Hey guys, welcome to Croatia, to Martini's market, beautiful location, and for me it's a very special day. Why? Because we're gonna film this yacht. It's called now Smooth Operator. It's a Jongert 39m, and a couple of years ago I sold it to the current owner, and I'm very proud and humble that he turned back to us to take care of the sale. So not only I'm gonna give you the full walkthrough tour of this boat, but the owner actually wants us to show the full yachting lifestyle you get when you buy this beauty. So be prepared for more than 8,000 horsepower and a lot more fun on the water later. This vessel is impressive in so many areas, and you truly feel the Dutch craftsmanship in all places. The lines and aluminium hull give the yacht a very clean but high quality look. With a length of 39m and a beam of almost 8m, the space you have on board is amazing. We've got space for 12 guests in 5 cabins with a full beam master suite, 2 VIPs and 2 twin cabins. But one of the most impressive things is her speed. She can reach a top speed of 26.4 knots. So, coming into this large cockpit, you feel how spacious it is, and for me it's really the serenity on board this quality Dutch build that immediately you feel when looking at all the details. I mean, look here, you have cabinets, you have storage everywhere, you have the large table, everything is well proportioned, and you have this genuine feeling of space. And then of course you have a nice storage cabinet which comes here with a lot of storage, and then you have a lot of space around this table. And this little knob here is actually the service button, which I think is a pretty good thing, because the stewardesses can really just leave you in peace, and only when you want something you just press the button, they know you want something, and otherwise they don't disturb you. But of course this you can have also on other yachts. And then here, with the touch of a button, you open the sliding doors. Then when you enter, there's a magic button. Just watch the doors closing. And if you want total privacy, you just switch that button and then everything goes milky, switch it back and you see through the glass. So coming in here, you feel zen. I mean, look at this, beautiful windows. The light flows in from the sides. With this remote, you actually press the button and then the TV opens up there. And behind there's this little Formula One car. There's some rumors who owns the yacht, but no comments there. And then you have this divider, which of course serves also as a storage space. Below here, lots of storage. And then you have, again, big windows, sideboards, again, for clever storage. Everything is well proportioned, big dining, and then some signature art piece on the back wall. Good sound system. They had an upgrade to Sonos, they upgraded the TVs, and what else to say? I mean, let's go and check out the corridor, which is connected with this automatic sliding door, as you see. And then you have the day head conveniently located here, and then on the starboard side you have your door to go on the side decks. And now after this door, on the left side, on the port side of this corridor, you have first cabinet. Then you have your staircase going down to the guest cabins, and then you enter the owner's cabin, which is of course full beam. And I mean, look how massive this is. You have big storage for you, big lockers for all your clothes. You have a beautiful TV in the center. It's exactly centered, so you can watch very conveniently. You have this nice little sofa, and then look how you can enjoy the sun setting down on the Croatian island. And under the beds there's some more storage. And then behind this you have from both sides actually the entrance to the ensuite bathroom. And then also you have a walk-in wardrobe with some natural light coming in, so I think that's also a pretty nice little wardrobe here. And then here we're entering the master bathroom, which has 2 sinks, his and hers, so you don't need to fight over who can brush the teeth first. And then you have a bubble bath bathtub actually, with some nice skylight, nice light coming from the ceiling. And obviously there's fresh air blown into every bathroom, so you don't actually need to open some windows. And then behind this door is a pretty spacious shower with some seating area. And you can also notice the high ceiling height throughout the yacht. So the owner is a tall guy and coming from a more northern part of Europe, we could say. And then actually here you have an extra room where you could assume there is the bathroom, but no, there is actually a steam room and a gym. So that's a good surprise. Here you basically have your steam sauna, and then down here you have a gym with a TV. And of course you could have this space also in a flexible layout, maybe an office or something. Yeah, I mean, it's really customizable. You have some storage, you have a good setup here, and this gives you also an idea how much space you actually have on board. So now let's go up and check the Flybridge. Coming up these stairs to the Flybridge, you again feel the quality. Everything is sturdy, the handrails are thick, they're not like flicking around. You really feel the quality build. And then look, this is kind of an area that is a bit lower as the rest of the Fly, so you're protected from the elements. If you lie down here, then you can really enjoy the view from here, but if you lie down on the sunbeds, you're actually protected from the wind. And then we have a little signature art piece and a little standing table, which is a really nice, giving you a really nice view overlooking the marina. Especially when docking, you can have your beer, watch the crowds cheering when the captain actually comes in and does the maneuver right. They also upgraded the camera system, so you can basically, the captain can navigate from the inner Helm Station with just the help of the crew on the walkie-talkies and the cameras. Now let's look up for a moment, because here what you see is that this whole piece of the ceiling can actually move in and out to protect a bit more from the sun, and if you don't want it, it can move back and adjust the line of the yacht. I think that's a cool feature as well. Now, going up a couple of steps, you arrive in a kind of semi-enclosed Flybridge. You have really sturdy, stable chairs, so not that the boat would be rocking, but if it would, even then nothing would be moving, because it has a really good stabilization system. It's built for speed, but also it has good displacement, and you can really feel that at anchor. It's a very stable experience. Now, talking about the Flybridge, what we have is a bar. They raised it, they put some LED lights in it, so you can really entertain your guests. You have a beer tap, and of course you have a TV and some amenities like ice maker and fridge and everything. And then look here, why you can enjoy this even in stronger winds is because you can fully close the sides. They installed some custom glassware to actually have this kind of semi-enclosed feeling that even when navigating at like 12 knots, you can sit here, have a drink and not be disturbed by the wind. So that's really cool. Another cool feature before we actually go forward is this dumbwaiter, which basically indicates now the lift is in the galley. It can go to the bridge and even to the dinette, so you can get your food served pretty efficiently. Before we actually go forward, let's check out this bar here. As I said, you have full equipment here, ice maker, everything, fridge, storage, beer tap, so fully equipped bar. And now let's go through these glass doors and enjoy the view. You have another like sunbed. Look how large this actually is. I mean, I'm 1.88 m, so you can really chill here. Well, and now this is the Helm Station on the Flybridge. You have your engine levers. Here you control the two beasts, each one having 4,200 horsepower. Imagine, that's a total of 8,400 horsepower. But let's talk more in the engine room later. Well, you have your steering wheel, you have your thrusters, and well, two displays. Yeah, and I think what I really like is the overview, but still everything is pretty minimalistic and well built, so it really doesn't hurt the eyes or breaks the beautiful design of this yacht. It all is really nicely designed and integrated into the flow of the lines. Now let's check out the Helm Station, the captain's workstation. You have a big beautiful captain seat where everything's under full control. And then of course you have 4 screens, you have all the instruments, you have your autopilot. Everything is well maintained. And up here you have a second instrument pane with the wind indicator and the Yacht stabilizers, and some multifunction displays. Here you have the upgraded camera system, so you see every angle of the yacht. And then here behind we have a nice little cruising lounge with the fuses and everything nicely laid out here, so it's very well accessible. And you can hold them up with just these little metal bars, so that's pretty easy. And then you have a nice overview, and that's also one of my favorite places on yachts like this, is basically having a morning coffee after a long night's cruise while I've been sleeping, and you arrive at a new destination. I think this is a really great spot, and also doubles as a chart table, so you can actually speak about the routes and the weather together with your captain and crew. And then back here you have a little captain's desk and workstation. You have a computer where you can put your management system, and of course space for a printer and everything. So yeah, that's a pretty well laid out Helm Station for the captain. Now, walking down this portside stairs, what do you think where we're going to arrive? The galley. Now, together with the galley you also have the laundry, which has 2 sets each of tumble dryers and washing machines. You have some extra cold storage there. You have a nice little storage compartment down here. So wine fridge, I think that's a proper layout. And of course now the galley as well. Everything you need. You have professional equipment. It's well designed and laid out. You have your trash compactor, you have your microwaves, you have extractor fans. Everything is commercial grade. And then the coffee machine integrated, and everything's working well. And cold storage, so what do you think? What is your judgment of the galley?
Big space.
Big space, yeah? So you like to work here?
Yes, big space and good, this is very important. You
yeah.
can put 5, 6...
yeah, that's true, because you're not limited, right? So you can really serve like 10 guests or 12 guests. And then here, that's your dumbwaiter that goes up basically, so you can serve the food. I think that's also important, is not only, you know, how the quality is of your yacht, but also how it's designed, the crew, allowing the crew to work properly on the yacht. And I think that's also a very strong point. And another door to the side, of course. So let's check out the side decks actually while we're here. You can literally have your side entrance here, and look how spacious also this side deck is. So they didn't compromise on that. So yeah, and I mean, look at that beautiful sunset. Now, talking about the sunset, let's check it out from the bow. Yeah, so it's quite a couple of steps walking up here to the bow, and then up here you still need to go quite a long way, because, well, it's not a 30 meter, not a 35, it's a nearly 40 meter, a 39 meter. Here on the front deck, again, you feel the beautiful line of this boat, the minimalism, but still beautiful designed and practical, pragmatic. You have a good working space here up in the front. You also have a nice little table to observe the beautiful scenery, and well, look at these lines. I mean, it's so beautiful. And then imagine having some champagne or coffee here, just amazing, right? And then look how large this space feels. Everything can be operated. You have large commercial grade winches. The cleats are massive, so everything is safe, everything is high, and still you have a good overview. So I really like this space. And looking back, you see the Flybridge towering over the raised pilot house, and then on the sides you have lots of storage, and I mean, it just feels quality. Now let's walk down these stairs to the lower deck, where we have a special layout. Why? Because behind me is actually on the starboard side a VIP cabin with a large double bed, and in the middle there's a sliding door that opens to a next VIP cabin. So this is actually a sofa bed, so basically this sofa lounge you can open up and then it doubles as a bed. I think that's a nice configuration if you don't always want to have the full guests on board, then that's really nice. Otherwise you can just do a refit and of course install a full custom bed here that is integrated into the cabin like on the other side, and then you can just have the sliding door removed as well if you really want the standard layout. Then here the bathroom is nice. You have the full standing height, and Also, the shower is quite spacious. You think this door actually looks small, but actually everything is quite spacious. And also for me, I'm 1m88 as a reference for you. Nice sink, beautiful color scheme. And then walking forward again, you have the twisted staircase with a nice mirror on the side. And then here you have a double guest cabin, which I'm going to show you. The starboard one, the port one, is exactly mirrored. You have a Pullman bed, and then you have the twin setup, nice TV in the middle, and then here you have a contrasting color scheme with the light marble setup. The shower also spacious, so everything is nicely set up. And here you have your 4 cabins on the lower deck. And of course, between the galley and the saloon, you have the stairways down to the crew cabin. Now let's check out this crew space, which you arrive and then you're immediately in the crew mess. You have a little bar in the center, lots of storage down here, a crew cabin on the starboard side, then the crew mess, which is pretty spacious. So it has actually 3 crew cabins with 2 with bunk beds, so you can sleep 4 crews in this, and then you have the captain's cabin with an optional sliding bunk bed. So in a captain-wife combination, you could have a total of 6 crew down here, and it's spacious. You have the dumbwaiter also connected down here, so you can send up and down some food. And then, you have, of course, all the camera systems, monitoring systems. It's spacious, you have everything a good crew needs, even good headroom, and then the captain's cabin that we are allowed to show on the, let me basically just have the camera quickly. I mean, it's much easier this way. So this is a nice shower, toilet, everything is here. And then this is the sliding bunk bed I was talking about. And now let's go and check out the engine room, which is connected from here, but also has an access on the port side aft of the cockpit. Now let's check out this special engine room. Why it's so special? Because you have these 2 beasts of MTU 16V engines. They are as big as a car and they weigh as much as a car, and they produce each a staggering 4,200 horsepower. Can you imagine? I mean, that's like 4 Bugatti Chirons in one engine. So you got 8 Bugatti Chirons powering this boat. Can you imagine? That's like mind-blowing, right? And that's why this boat can go a staggering top speed of 26.4 knots. And now you might be thinking, well, wait a minute, that's pretty thirsty, right? Yes, it is. If you go the full speed, it consumes 1,600 liters. But before you shut down the video and call Greta Thunberg, let me tell you that you can actually run this boat at 9 knots with 100 liters an hour combined fuel consumption. At about 12 knots, which is a very comfortable cruising speed, it consumes just around 160 to 180 liters per hour combined, with the 20 liters allowing for the generators. So you can say the maximum you consume is like 200 liters per hour at the nice speed of 12 to 13 knots, which is pretty good for these large engines. And they also allow you to have a very naughty punch on the lower RPMs, so allowing you for a very good maneuvering. Now, let's check out the generators, which are on both sides. They're Kohler at 80 kilowatts, and then you have all the systems nicely laid out. You have the workbench here. You have the chiller, central chiller systems, of course. You have a boat technical management systems where the engineer control everything. Back to the engines quickly, you have 2 PTOs, power takeoff units, that basically produce the hydraulic pressure to operate the hydraulic thrusters and the fin stabilization system, which is from Yacht, which is a very good system, allowing the boat to be super stable both at anchor and underway. You call that 0-speed stabilizers. And then, well, that's the clean and well laid out engine room. Everything is well maintained. The yacht has had its 5 years RINA class survey. They've taken out the shafts in the end of 24, so that's another 5 years to go. And then, well, talking about the hours and engines, you have 3,700 hours on the engines, and the fuel capacity is 44,500 liters. So you really need to only fuel up 1 or 2 times a year. And this gives you the advantage to actually choose the location where you fuel up. And if you fuel up in Montenegro, where the current price is at 79 cents per liter, it makes a big difference compared to another place where it might be over €2. So this allows you to literally cross the Atlantic if you want to. And if you want to check out the garage, this is the way to go, through this door, and then that's where all the toys are stored. So let's close this engine room door, and we're actually in the garage, and already next day where we went to a beautiful bay. And let me finish this walkthrough video by showing you the garage and the beach club. So that's where the tender goes, 5 meter long, jet ski. Here you have water makers. They can produce together 300 liters per hour of fresh water. And basically the garage door opens up for the storage space. And then here, what I really like is this yacht beach pool, where basically you have a net that protects you from all the jellyfish, from the medusas, and you can enjoy the seawater without being afraid of something nibbling on your feet or things like that. While I really do also enjoy swimming in the open sea, of course, but for those that are a bit faint-hearted, that's a good option. Tender is now on the side. You have a beautiful chrome shower to rinse down the salt water when you're getting out of the water. And also again here you see the big cleats, you see the quality, how everything goes. And also you can enjoy the hospitality of some iced coffees, for example, if you really want to. And I mean, that's the beach club. So now I really want to show you a bit more of the lifestyle. I'm gonna jump in the water and have a lot of fun with all the toys here. So I'm so grateful to actually be able to enjoy such a beautiful lunch here outside al fresco on board this smooth operator. And it's everything about high quality. You have space for the crew so they can work for you as the owner to enjoy such a meal. It's all about the details. It's about high quality for you on your terms. That's what yachting is about. So now we're checking how Julian is launching the FPV drone. And that's also the moment we actually gonna test the high speed of the engine. So that's pretty cool. Okay, now let's give full speed, right? Let's check out where the captain is actually and see what is happening here in the cockpit. Captain is giving now full speed on the throttle. 2 times 4,200 horsepower of pushing to the max now. Yeah, now we see here the speed is building up. 20.7, and I think the maximum speed was really like 26.4 or something.
Yeah, 26.4, but the thing is that now the boat is a little bit it has grass on the bottom and everything, so
Yeah.
it will be maybe 20.4.5, but we'll see when it's
But I mean, it's a massive boat. It has 320 gross tonnage, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And 39 meters, so it's a 40-meter yacht. Shooting along with like more than 20 knots is amazing. So here we are at the end of the video, and I'm impressed again with the quality of this yacht. I believe it's truly a unique opportunity to acquire a vessel that has well proven to its first and to its second owner the capability of cruising smoothly, of going fast with a 26.4 knots top speed, of 44,000 liters of fuel, so you only need to bunker 2 times a season, and you can choose where to bunker, so you pay much less. Of course, that makes really a big difference in the bottom line. If you want to acquire this yacht, if you're interested to have a person tour, let me know. I believe she's a unique opportunity, a great package to cruise in comfort and to acquire a high quality Dutch built super yacht that is just under 40 meters. So let me know if you're interested, and thank you for watching the video. Head over to our other social media channels. Give us a thumbs up, it really helps, and let us know in the comments down below what you enjoyed, what other content you wish from us. and wishing you a nice day. We speak yachting. Let's talk.